the final day of Wildcard, and what does that mean? It means that we're going to start you off with a little bit of magic. The fairy tale run continues for Elevate. They got their win versus G1, but now another region stands in their way, Cole. The Pioneers, are they just too much?
They may well be. Pioneers will be constantly frustrated at how poorly they perform on LAN compared to regional. They are OCE's top team, the best export from that beautiful region. And yet when they're in these situations, Stumpy, they can just never seem to perform. Is this the exact sort of matchup they need to change that?
Well, internationally, Pioneers, they haven't ever really shown us what they can do. Power, they are the opposite. They are doing a fantastic job of showing us how they can perform against teams outside their own region. We've seen it at Majors, we're seeing it at Worlds. Less so now, but we've seen it at Worlds historically. Unfortunately for Pioneers, although they can get that domestic success, internationally it's a complete other story. But look at the pressure that it's really building for Elevate. So weak shot from Virtuoso, can't quite tap it in.
Elevate coming into this one off an 0-4 loss to Moist, but they were competitive in that one. They showed glimpses of what they were able to do against G1 the day before in that historic match. And it was pressure like this one. Realize never misses.
Kicking him off in literally the best way possible. B-head into that corner. And Realize sees Scrub moving up the pitch. That net completely open. Scrub thought Banana Head's touch must have been better than it actually was. Elevate, early goal.
Pioneers, they love to play pacily. They love to try and speed to the ball and beat their opponents to it, but sometimes that can leave them extremely open in defense. And you saw it there, Scrub assuming his teammate would beat Elevate to the ball, but it's not to be. You have to respect Elevate. You have to respect APAC more than you ever have before, but Scrub needs some respect here. Put it on his name too. It's 1-1.
Just guides that ball in, sees that the defense again is lacking. May well see that a couple of times in this series for both these teams. Defensively, they can let their guard down, maybe get a little bit too involved, thinking this is the play, this is the one, and they lack that small amount of, what's it called, the...
Je ne sais quoi.
I'm going to go with that, although that's not correct.
He's realised he could be correct here by going from the ceiling. He tries to take out Hunter. Kami to the backboard, might be following it up himself. Instead it's Virtuoso. Banana Head shows that Pioneers learned their lesson from earlier after overcommitting and leaving their goal exposed. Here is Realize. He's impressed me so much. He reminds me of a North American player, the way he gets the ball, and his first thought is solo, 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 air dribbles, get past an opponent. And around him, Virtuoso and Kami are playing so well up to his strengths. Here comes Banana Head. Realize again, prods it sideways.
Pioneers got some real frustration to let out here too. They want the respect put on their name. They were going into day one saying, we're going to be winning. A 4-1 was the prediction from Banana Head after they ended up picking Twisted Minds so early, but they just weren't able to. People need to put the respect on Pioneers' names. It's going to be the sentences running through their head, but they need to push people to do that.
They have been getting games though, Pioneers. Getting a game against Space Station Gaming. There's no shame in that one as Kami almost gets it past Scrub. And there's just these signs. The Pioneers are a team that is able to take down better teams. His Scrub to the corner, Kami has seen that one done against him before, the touch through the corner. Elevate, who not only have a Kiwi player playing for them, they also have an OCE coach, an LBP. I was chatting to him this morning and he was saying the vibes in the team, incredibly good. They are already, you know, not satisfied with what they've done, but they know what they've achieved in even getting to this point of the Swiss.
They've already had that historic moment. We've already had that written now in stone as part of Dusseldorf's 2023 World Championships. But a little bit more wouldn't go amiss. Pioneers will be shutting down that story. The Cinderella run may well turn into a nightmare. One touch towards the middle, Banana Head. That angle not quite found for him, but the offense of Pioneers has looked like it can threaten the net of Elevate repeatedly. And if they can put on that pressure, we've seen how well Pioneers can shut down lots of teams. One pass over, the open net, completely missed by the long shot from Hunter. It's above the crossbar again, and another miss.
Hunter's bow and arrow slightly askew. He has to get that ball down the other end now. We're approaching the point where a goal would be massive. Kami fakes out Hunter. There's a demo on the goal line, but Banana Head can take the ball away anyway. Now he's up against Realize. Tries to fake him out, but the juke isn't quite as effective as it could have been. Scrub with ball to play with. He goes to the backboard and actually ends up saving it himself.
A couple of iffy touches from Scrub in the last couple of series that we've seen him in. They're certainly wanting to make sure that respect again is put on his name. Virtuoso to the backboard, another demo. They've certainly got a plan here, but B-Head beats out two. It's going to be open on the other side. A shot on target. Kami has to stretch back. The man who left OCE to join APAC is going to be Elevate's saviour on that chance.
All Virtuoso up against Scrub. The game coming to a conclusion. This first one, maybe overtime awaits. Realize pushes it out wide to Virtuoso. Here is Vert. One of those surprisingly dangerous players. You don't expect him to be capable of what he conjures up in the heat of the moment. Not able to do anything there. Hunter on the attack. Kami puts it wide. There's realized Virtuoso is in the center. He beats Scrub to the ball. Who's going to be next to it? It's that final pass, not quite coming for Elevate.
Brilliant ambition from Elevate coming out so far as well, making sure that whenever they move down the pitch, they've got another man either going for a demo or pushing up and making sure that they are going to be a target man for a passer. Scrub, though, to the ceiling, goes though Banana Head with a 50, has to get it saved away by Kami yet again. Final 30 seconds, opportunities arising for both of these teams. Hunt it in that back corner, finds Scrub and realize a little bit too slow towards that ball. Virtuoso pings it towards the middle of the net. Final 20 now, ticking down, overtime certainly looming.
Realized might be about to change that one though, but Hunter, the man Pioneers brought in for stages like this one, replacing Super Locky after Pioneers had made the major, a controversial decision at the time. But here they stand as OCE's #1 team. Can they get past APAC? It's looking difficult. This is seeming like every bit the even match we expected it to be. And then overtime to start things off. Almost just seems right somehow. Scrub knocks it down. Oh no, no, just yet. Hunter has a chance here to keep it alive. Virtuoso just makes it out, shows Pioneers how it's done. That's how you set up the overtime.
Both these teams continuing to be utterly level pegging as well. So far, their season has been remarkably similar. They at these lands, neither has done particularly well, unable to win any series, either of them, and have also only won a single game each through this season at international lands, which is unbelievable.
Slow starters for Elevate, but they are really coming to the boil as a team on the international stage. Here's Realize, maybe the most awake of them all. Hunter gets it over the top of Virtuoso, but there's nobody else there for Pioneers. The attack's not really finding each other for Pioneers. Banana Head tries to find himself, but Virtuoso gets his Fennec in the way and flicks it forward. At the moment, neither team really able to stake too many ambitions. Kami, Virtuoso takes them over. Scrub puts it into the corner, blowing it up himself yet again. Solo play seems to be the order of the day for Pioneers, but so far, Elevate's swallowing them up. Maybe Virtuoso has misplaced his defending just for a split second, it looked like, but it was okay in the end. And now he's up on attack where he wants to be. Can't quite connect, though. And Banana Head should be able to pinch this one away.
A minute elapsed. Both these teams, again, decent opportunities. Feels like it's just a continuation of that main game. We normally see overtime change just a little bit, but this just seems to be a case of just continue to pass at either end.
So far for me, it's looking like Virtuoso is most likely for Elevate. He's the player in the center of the pitch, demanding the ball, wanting those redirects, but he has to do some defending. Banana Head's in front of him. Virtuoso does step up when called from, and now he can go back and attack. Just take it slow. It's a little bit loose, though. Hunter tackles him. Virtuoso keeps on going. Kami's brought in. That was a mistake there from Elevate. Pioneers might be able to punish them. It hits the post again from Scrub. Another chance goes begging. Pioneers could have won this one twice. Both times it's wide. Banana Head, the third attempt. Here's Hunter. He shoots. Crossbar. Kami with Scrub just waiting. Holds his nerve. And Banana Head finds Hunter.
That is a scary time of Elevate managing to hold on fantastically well. In 2 minutes, it has been that pressure from Pioneers so far separating them. A turn from Hunter is going to leave Virtuoso with control of the ball.
Look at the awareness though from Virtuoso. He was charging forward, and then with that one pass, bypassing his teammates, headed back in the nick of time. Kami sends it long, but it's just Pioneers coming forward again. They really have the squeeze and Elevate right now. Looking at the superior region, that's the stake. That's the claim they're trying to stake at the moment. Scrubs up against Realize. Scrub to the backboard. A pass into the center could be devastating here. Virtuoso does his best to make sure that's not the case. Banana Head does have the pass for Hunter. Where is the finish, Pioneers? Someone put the ball between the sticks. Stop putting it high, stop putting it wide. Another chance goes missing.
Elevate constantly on the squeeze, but they keep working out every single time. Pioneers, these shots just aren't good enough, and Elevate's defense certainly is for any that are finding their way to be somewhat threatening. Virtuoso relinquishes control of that ball, falls it back down towards Scrub. Banana Head with another interception, and we see Pioneers, this conveyor belt of attack continuing over and over again. 3 minutes elapsed.
It's looking like Pioneers are on top, but they just can't finish it when they get the chance. Virtuoso stops it again. That one's to the backboard. Scrub might have a chance, but Kami, what pace he shows, what awareness and experience to get there yet again. Defending, desperate from Elevate, doing all they can just to beat the Pioneers away, but they keep on coming. Realize this time clears. Banana Head is going to keep this attack going. How much strain can the Elevate defense take?
How are you one of the best teams in OCE when you have that amount of offense and you have the amount of chances that Elevate have ultimately given up towards Pioneers, and yet you still can't score?
12 saves from Elevate. They'll keep on standing tall for as long as they possibly can. Realizes Airjable's met by Hunter.
12 saves from Elevate, but 16 shots on the side of Pioneers.
Madness. Could be a 17th one brewing. It's shot again. Virtuoso's heroic. Keeps elevating it again.
4 minutes now. Both these teams split by a hair. Scrub high. Little boost, however. Does get shut down by Realize. The midfield becomes a playground for both these teams. Kami finds Virtuoso central. No shot on that chance. And the bump from Vert onto Hunter isn't successful either. Kami takes it a little bit too high, a little bit too wide. A long shot from Banana Head, but Realize he has the wherewithal to find his way back.
Elevate, the little guy in the boxing ring right now. Keep being knocked to the floor, but getting right back up again. Pioneers can't finish what they're starting. Scrub has to head back. Hunter won't be able to get this one either, so Kami sends it high to Realize. This is where Realize does what he does best. Goes for the flip reset, but can't quite connect. So Scrub puts it to the side.
There's a great delay from Scrub as well. Knows that Realize is going to be getting to that ball if he attacks it early. So waits it out, sees that Realize then has to drop, then he can take it above him. And that leads to all of this offense from KCP.
My goodness!
The dunk isn't successful. Banana Head fakes out one, goes for the shot again. Virtuoso, patience on the goal line. Fakes out Hunter, 0 boost.
No
it's
way!
open, Scrub's back at 50. If Vert has 10 boost there, that is an Elevate win. 5 minutes elapsed.
Painful first for Banana Head, just waltzing into the air towards the Elevate goal. And then from Virtuoso, who had nothing in the tank. He was spamming the boost button and none was generating. Pioneer's going to have to come yet again. Kami defense, gets it past Scrub as well. This is Elevate's best look. Little nippy touch just past the Pioneers player, beating them to the ball. Here's another example. Hunter, he was waiting for it. Virtuoso follows up, wants to get the redirect, can't quite do it. Hunter has to be careful here though, because Realize was tracking every move until Kami booms it long and gets us going for maybe another few minutes of severe Pioneers pressure.
Hunter with one reset, can't quite find Scrub, but Scrub with another boost steal. Virtuoso, it's been important to work their way out of that half. They do so, and the bump attempt, Hunter, brilliant movement to make sure that he clears himself away from that ball, however, or rather from that bump attempt from Virtuoso.
Realize definitely been brought into the game a lot more. It was Virtuoso at the beginning, but now Realize is demanding it. That's what they've been doing throughout this event, and it's been working. Scrub finally beats an Elevate player. Can make Elevate panic for a second. Well, that's more stoic defending from them. Kami's heading back. He knows that Scrub can do some damage here. It's Kami that ends up touching the ball. Who's following up? They're all stuck in the goal. Hunter gets the double tap. The follow-up now from Banana Head. He's there. Scrub takes the turn, one after the other. Maybe finally a flip reset is the key, but no, Banana Head, the ball's over his head. He can't turn that Banana Head right round and get a touch on the ball.
Trickling back into their own half. 6.5 minutes elapsed. And a miss from the bad ball. Sees the pass come through, but Hunter can't find a single person central. Banana Head to shoot, to score! To secure it in 6:37. Pioneers, a well-fought Game 1 win.
Well fought is about as well as you can describe this one. Pioneers did not find that one easy. The amount of shots, I can see you totting it up with your fingers right now. I'll give you a minute. There were plenty of them overall.
24 shots for Pioneers. And the side of saves, we're looking at 19 for Elevate. That is, the pressure was unrelenting from Pioneers, and yet it still took them 6.5 minutes to break through the Elevate defense. Unwielding from them.
Well, that's not a bad start to a day that's going to have 6 matches on the main stream and 3 more on the secondary stream, is it? I mean, that sort of gets us going for these best of 7s. It's going to be a mercurial day of Rocket League right here. And Pioneers and Elevate, the top billing, have started things off about as well as you could possibly hope for. I'm glad that Pioneers, via Banana Head, were finally able to sink that, because my goodness, if they'd lost it, they would have been frustrated. How to Elevate, though, turn their defending into more consistent attacks?
I mean, they had really decent turnarounds. Those counterattacks looked fantastic, realistically. They came round and they were able to push as and when, but in terms of shots, they just had so much less. They were totaling 8 in total in that game. They had like 3 times less than we saw from Pioneers come through. But the defense, it held them in that game. Can you win games by sheer defense? No. You do need to have that spark, that venom, where then you can see the opposition overcommit and then go for the long shots.
Elevate have never feared an opponent so far in this event, and maybe that, you know, you look back after losing that overtime and you think maybe there could have been 1 or 2 more risks at certain moments. It's tough to critique them after holding firm for 6 minutes, but
the defense was incredible.
We just have to see a little bit more in an attacking sense.
I said earlier, these teams have had very similar records at majors so far through this season. 0-6 for Pioneers in series, 0-5 for Elevate in those series. Pioneers have gone 1-18 in games, and then we've seen Elevate go 1-15 in their games. So they've both won a single game at Majors. Cole, can you name who each of them's got one game against?
Elevate was Vitality, because I've written it in about 7 scripts.
Yeah, well done.
Pioneers, no, go on, put me out my misery.
Pioneers was Complexity. They got a single game against. So they both took a really, really good game, but then they just haven't been able to actually secure that against anybody else.
The blueprint is there for both of these teams. Pioneers trying to follow it, be the architects of their own success. Let's realize, sent it to the side. Scrub is already in the way, and that's Pioneers doing what they were doing so well in game number 1. Getting in the way of these Elevate defense, making sure transitions are not working, something they must have been cooking up in the lab coming into this series, because make no mistake, Pioneers are not taking this team lightly. Virtuoso shoots it, saved by Hunter. One of the first clear looks that Elevate have had in a couple of games now. It's a decent save on the goal line.
Do you know something fun as well?
Go on, tell me.
We broke 2 records during that game.
Again?
Yep.
Oh, and Virtuoso scored. We'll get back to that in a second.
Yeah, that's
Virtuoso just sweeps up the loose ball.
What a cheeky opener. In the midfield, he sees Hunter very stationary, gets removed, Scrub pushes up, thinks Hunter can put it towards that right-hand side. Instead, Vert, the man, putting a shot on the net, but the record is not about shots. The record is about saves. We've now seen the most saves in the game by a single team at a World Championship. That's Elevate with 19, and it's also the most shots in a game by a team at the World Championship. Pioneers with 24.
Wow.
So both the offense and the defense getting those World Championship records.
If only Pioneers had lost that game, I'll change what I said, because how cool would it be if the most for each of those was for a winning/losing game?
True.
Oh, really? Oh, he's got it. We're going to stop banging on about records. Let's record that one instead.
That's a little bit of filth from the man. Goes up one reset, sees Hunter on the backboard, Virtuoso sends him long.
It was an own goal.
Scrub with the nose on.
I think that might have actually been hitting the post and going out. I think that one is going to go down as a realised goal, but I think that might have been an Oni.
Opened up entirely by Vert on the backboard though, and the ridiculous angle.
Could be 3. Oh, Scrub. That was a chance for Virtuoso, again from the kickoff. Elevate have up their kickoff game, and it's opening the pitch a lot more for them. Kami keeps the pressure up. Virtuoso tries to beat Scrub. Elevate completely and utterly on top right now. Kami, does he have the pass? I think he should have put that one central. Wasn't quite to be.
I think he was challenged by a man very early on as well, in fairness. The double demo is completely open. Kami has to shy away from that one, unfortunately, as Hunter is back in time.
I'm glad the Elevate are showing the aggression. That's what we wanted to see from them.
Yeah, absolutely. They've managed to get these demos on, not just Virtuoso contributing to that as well, but Kami too. Coming up for one redirected, says Scrub. He is still alive, unfortunately, for Elevate.
Talking about demos, currently 6-0 for Elevate in the demo stakes. It's half of that in the gold stakes.
Making sure that at half-time they're ahead by 3. Virtuoso to the ceiling, and Kami, what a lovely touch round back towards the net. Banana Head didn't see that one coming. He tries to play the no-touch. Instead, Elevate, they get 3.
Pioneers are going to have to look back to game number 1 and realize what's changed to the negative between then and now, because suddenly they are chasing everything. Banana Head shoots, Virtuoso's there.
And also, interestingly, in this game, we've not seen a single shot from Pioneers, nor have we seen a single save from Elevate, despite those previous switch rounds setting records in the first game.
A match of 2 games, a game of 2 halves. The pitch is going to be going all the way in. Realize they're just having fun now.
That left wall is deadly at the moment. Realize sees the opportunity. Woo. Wonderful angle from him. We can follow it down. Trickles netward. 4 goals. Elevate.
The exact wall, I believe, on the same map where my favourite pinch of all time was scored by Mark by 8 back in his BDS days, when he was 3/4 the way up the wall. Not quite as high, that one, but Elevate, they'll be enjoying it just as much.
2 minutes and questions from Pioneers. Good bumps coming in on the net as well, but what a shutdown this has been, and what a turnaround. You're questioning, Cole, how much offense can they put forward? Can a team make sure that, yes, they have brilliant defense, but do you win games by that? This is showing multifaceted wins. They can come through.
Lovely pass, though, from Scrub to Banana Head. Banana Head's touch was a little bit loose, and Kami tees up Realize. That, to me, is the biggest difference between the second game and the first. The transitions that Elevate are putting on. Every clearance is actually going to one of their teammates. There's also, like, you know, micro reasons of why that's happening, more boosts, etc. But it definitely seems to be something Elevate are thinking about more in this game than the last.
Banana Head confidently from that backboard with enough boost too to take it past the halfway line. Then tries to button the play, but realises he stays low, sees the bump coming in. He can take it to the corner himself. As we enter the final minute and 20 seconds or so, we're going to be seeing Pioneers have to rethink just how they approached that first game, because they squeaked away with a single game win previously with that 1 overtime goal. if Elevate come out and they score 4, it is a huge statement. And how do you turn around that?
Yeah, massive swing of momentum there between game number 1 and game number 2. And I'd say that Pioneers have looked like a blunted force this time around. They've tried to play the same way, still looking for those passes, mixing it up, charging Elevate down. And one of my favorite aspects of the way Pioneers play is passing the ball backwards into their own half, but Elevate just don't seem to be worried by it this time. They're taking that extra little bit of time. They're enjoying the moment that they're in rather than rushing things, rather than fearing it. And my goodness, this is how they beat G1 yesterday. It's happening again, perhaps. Pioneers, though, they can definitely up this. This is them brought back down to second gear. They've got 3 or 4 more.
2 days ago was the G1 game, but they were still able to make sure that they are seeing what they learned from that, because that's a huge learning experience. They've absolutely taken it to Pioneers. It was their aggression that I think surprised a lot of us. Realised, getting confident 50s, making sure this presence is absolutely known here on Forbidden Temple. A dominant game win for Elevate. Pioneers, that drawing board has got to be covered in chalk.
Yeah, no overtime needed this time around. Simple as you like for Elevate. Fist bumps all round, well deserved. That is how they can take this series.
And every player getting involved with goal scoring as well. They're actually 1-1-1 when they were 3-0 up, and then realised secured his second as well. So they are a team that is able to utilise every single person on that pitch. And Realise was the man in that game. When he is confident, we say this about so many people, when he is confident, he looks to be a player that is not going to just snub away from a single shot where he thinks, okay, I can't quite get there. He will throw everything at that play.
There's also demos as well. That was a massive change that Elevate made. In the end, it was 9 demos for Elevate and only 2 for Pioneers. So I'm sure that in Game 3, Pioneers will not turn that one down. They'll want to re-engage in that particular battle. You gotta love that. Pinch from one half. Cooks here, I hope you're watching, man. And think of that. I invented that move.
You're going to hurt so many people when you say that Cooks here invented the pinch.
Who else did?
That's a good point. My vote's on God. Realise, playing with that claw grip as well, a little bit of an interesting one. I like seeing how different players play, by the way.
I love these fun facts. That's my favourite thing as well. They're cool.
Because I know that me and you, we're a little bit different in this. A lot of players, they play controller under desk.
Oh, it's so strange.
I don't like it, but then whenever we play, we look really old. We look old.
We're about to make chat hate us right now, but playing with your controller on the desk is so much better. The only downside, occasionally I hit the space bar of my keyboard.
Yeah, yes, you have to move the keyboard back a little bit.
I was like, oh no. Anyway, talking of mistakes, Elevate have made one, Pioneers are in, and it's 1-0.
In 3 seconds, Elevate have let go a goal that they would absolutely rather not. Kami reckons he can chase it, dribble it back into that back left corner. Instead, Hunter, he pushes up. Doesn't even need the 50, he can just tap it in himself. And Pioneers, brilliant start in game number 3.
The ideal reset from them, a free goal to start things off. From an extremely adept kickoff. Virtuoso shows that he did have the flip reset, in case anybody was wondering. All it's going to do is slow him down, though. Pioneers continue to attack, realises there. Scrub now does have Virtuoso in front of him. Kami will be able to just slow things down and take a touch.
Power over on our alternate stream, our 3-0 versus Limitless. I know there's all the SSA families sitting at the moment in the player room, in the player lounge. We can hear them shouting and cheering. Greybeard's over there as well. Not going to be a nice time particularly, but those boys have done a fantastic job representing themselves here at the World Championship.
Yeah, it's a slow process improving. You've seen it from APAC themselves, going from no games, no goals to 1 game, and then finally the series win. You got to keep on pushing. It does happen. These regions do improve. They get more dangerous, more unique play styles too. More
chances needed for them to do so as well. That's what these World Championships are so good for. Pioneers, though, they're still proving. OCE, there's been question marks about us, but we need to come out and show what we can do. Power on the other side, they are doing just that against an emerging region. Pioneers, it is very much your time.
Kami, sit around the corner, past Hunter as well. Virtuoso, does he slow it down? He does. Gets to the sky, he takes it over Scrub to the backboard. Virtuoso shoots and lives up to his name. He got the ball, knew exactly what he wanted to do, and my goodness, did he nail it.
Like a magician in the air, he pulls that one out of a hat. Finds the double tap beautifully below the crossbar and Elevate. Yes, they let one go in 3 seconds, but give them a minute 18, they're going to be right back in it.
Kami can keep the attack going, he hopes. Banana Head just steam in the way. Scrub a slightly poor touch. Realise it's in. Realise almost scores. Virtuoso might double down. Elevate turn it around.
An relatively open net. That first shot was something that pushed Scrub and Hunter to try and save it. Scrub jumps completely past it as well. Virtuoso, powerful enough on it, you just got to toe punt it netward. And 15 seconds after they secure their first goal, they're going to be getting their second.
From one reset to the next, Elevate now have this game turn on their heads in a good way for them. Virtuoso's pinch. Have they been practicing those in scrims or something? Because they're pretty accurate with them. But realize here, almost over Banana Head. But up against Banana Head again. Good defending from him. Now Kami's turn, the 50-50 game, 3 in a row from Banana Head. Bumps out Virtuoso, keeps going as well. An absolute menace to Elevate, but it's not quite finished.
That's a lovely bump in the air too. Banana Head sees that Virtuoso's on for that ball. They fake each other out. It's very slow on that back wall, but one bump is going to send him off course, and it did so. One touchdown from Kami to Virtuoso, but a block from Hunter. Sees Pioneers keep this 1 goal deficit for them. Virtuoso moves one for the net. It's open, but Hunter diving across manages to keep Pioneers safe.
Starman Hunter puts in another important moment in this one. Scrub gets the flip reset. Does he have the dunk as well? Not quite. And that is top defending from Virtuoso.
Yeah.
You had to make sure that Scrub following through didn't get that ball in your net.
Elevate's defense is something that I think is shocking Pioneers from just how confident they are. But Banana Head, he has been lackluster through this tournament so far, but that shot is going to make sure that he is finding himself with another goal to his name, beating Virtuoso below the crossbar for Kami. And the big car-eating monster, he emerges from the net, the second for Pioneers.
Yeah, so far Banana Head, the player that Pioneers are relying on just to be there to smash the ball in the back of the net. They're trying to be too fancy, 1 or 2 too many flip resets. Just bang it in. Banana Head incredibly consistent with that.
Well, you say consistent, but we saw him previously through this tournament right now. They're in the 1 and 2 round, and Banana Head has missed some absolute sitters. He shanked it above the bar multiple times. His shooting has been pretty dreadful this competition so far. At home, domestically, he's one of the best. Just on LAN, he can't quite make sure that he's getting them. And Banana Head on that chance, it was a relatively open one. He just needs to hit it netward, and it goes wide. Cole is literally grimacing.
There was a grimace, because I was about to say, but in this series, he's turned it around. He can again, but Banana Head can't quite get the reconnect. Hunter takes a touch.
I will say that largely Banana Head has turned it around in this series. A great pass coming in from 2 players that aren't Banana Head.
Ooh.
We're going to be seeing a pause come in, making sure that everybody's going to be happy. Ooh. All the lads on Elevate look to be just sorting a couple of little old bitty bobs out, and it's okay.
The official term, little old bitty bobs.
Let's sort the bitty bobs out, lads, and get back into it.
I like to think they all have
That was
OCE.
That was LVP.
I see.
Good day, boys. I'm from Elevate, and we're going to make sure that we're all happy and handsome.
I was like, have you ever met Virtuoso? I don't think he sounds like that. Anyway, it is a much improved performance here from Pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think the finishing, that has been the issue that has plagued Pioneers in event after event.
Yeah.
You know, at these majors. For some reason, once they're on the LAN stage, the finishing just goes to pieces. Mm-hmm. And it has been much improved so far.
Yeah, I feel like they just don't deal with pressure well. Like, at home, you're comfortable, you're in your own environment, whatever. We found here, you know, we've played a team.
We have.
We've played a team.
We've played a team.
You know, we do the 4v3s. Everybody, you know this. We do casters versus pros.
We did really well.
We've played a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, everybody. That'll be coming out next week sometime. But I genuinely found, okay, this monitor is literally better than the one I have at home.
Yeah.
It was the same controller, same cable, but I was like, oh, I can't deal with this. It was so much harder. And when these players at home, as we said, domestically, Pioneers, they are the #1 seed in OCE, beating Power, who are better on the international stage. They just can't translate it to situations like this, especially against a team that, when you look before this competition, you think, well, yeah, Pioneers, they beat Elevate. But Elevate has stepped up. Pioneers, they always struggle to get going.
Yeah, Pioneers team as well, who didn't actually make the spring major. They had to watch on from the sidelines as Ground Zero and Power competed against each other. That amazing OCE match. Whoever would have won it would have made it here. It was Power in the end, Torsos breaking through, but Pioneers, they don't care about Power right now. They care about Pioneers. We are long past the point where teams are representing their regions. They care about them. Yeah. They care about themselves as individuals.
It's not a major anymore, is it?
The team. Exactly. This is the chance for ultimate glory. Pioneers will feel that they can have, if not necessarily winning it, a big old say into who goes on to hoist that trophy. But to do that, you have to get past teams like Elevate. And what we saw in that game number 3 until the break, and we're still working on fixing these technical difficulties, is that they are stepping back up again. They're finding that form, that winter form that brought them to such lofty heights.
I do think that when you look at Pioneers, the player that most people will consider as their best player would be Banana Head. Mm-hmm. He's one that has been all over the place in terms of these rosters, I guess alongside Scrub as well. He's been all over the place, making sure that they've been qualifying for these lands, largely qualifying for these lands. When he's come to Worlds, his shooting, as we said, and I don't want to keep harping on about him because he's a very, very good player, but you have to point these things out when someone is not performing to their level. Yeah. Otherwise, you're doing them a disservice.
You want to see the brilliance that you hear about.
Yeah, otherwise you're doing them a disservice to say, oh, you know what, this is the Banana Head we expected. Because it's not, and that's fine. It's okay to do that. So I think Banana Head, for me, his shooting needs to become a lot more accurate. I think he rushes them a lot of the time, and he thinks, what if I miss? And then that gets in his head, and then he misses.
We can currently hear in the background of our casting booth, I don't know if you guys are picking up on this, that something exciting is happening over there in the other match on the alternate stream, so feel free to check that one out. If you have 2 monitors, that's the absolute best thing you can do. Make sure you have this stream on one side and the alternate stream on the other. I believe we're in squad mode, so you can click around, but otherwise you can find your way over there. It won't be too difficult. What I would say as well is that Elevate had this. They faced technical issues in their win against G1. Yep. They were used to it, you know. They've been in this situation before of having momentum, losing momentum, and then having to stop. That will help them. That will aid them. Now they're back in this situation. And it's those experiences. That's why these regions improve. They gain more and more of it until finally they can put it all to the fore and keep on playing.
We have resolved our technical difficulty. Thank you, everybody, for waiting with us. And they have reverted the score. That goal from Pioneers is not going to count. It's going to be resuming from 1 minute and 47 seconds from kickoff. The score is going to be drawn 2-2, and they are 1-1 in games as well. So, as third level as you like.
Honours will be even between Elevate and Pioneers.
What an exciting story Elevate is too. And I'm going to try not to romanticize it too much because I think we can fall into the trap of like, oh, this will be fun for Elevate if they manage to sneak it through. But it's not just thinking of them as that romantic team. It's looking at them of the actual quality that they are bringing.
Team.
They are an actual team that we can think, they can take scalps. They can do a brilliant job here. And on this kickoff, they have 1 minute 47 to hope for one more goal and to go ahead. But on the other side, it's going to be a dangerous, a devilishly fighting Pioneers.
Thank you very much to our admins as well, managing to deal with that situation as the ball goes over the top of Banana Head and Scrub saves.
Over on that alternate stream, we've seen Pioneers. Sorry, not Pioneers. So Power managed to get that goal, get the game, and they managed to get the series win versus Limitless. But it's been 15 seconds since we restarted this one, and Elevate, they secure a goal from the corner. A lovely touch inward. Final 90 seconds, Pioneers now chasing.
Elevate have shown quality kickoffs throughout this series, and it's no surprise that they were able to do so again when the pressure was on. Scrub can equalise.
Good fake.
Virtuoso does really well, actually, to get back into that ball and just get something on it because he was almost faked to the moon. Realises up, Banana Head is being bullied by Virtuoso. Realize keeps going. Scrub had to help out his teammate Banana Head, and then puts it down the side. Kami forwards, that one to the backboard, but Scrub will be able to get there in time. Virtuoso following as well. Tit for tat at the moment. Player from one team, the next player from the next team. Neither team able to get a couple of touches in a row. Realize tried to change that. Will change that now if he can get it, but no, Hunter nips in.
Great.
Takes the ball away from him.
Great interception from Hunter too. You just saw that. Elevate were trying to set up a goal there. Take a little bit of time, make sure that Pioneers are completely out of the way before they shoot. Instead, Hunter, he dives in fantastically well. Virtuoso, he's up high, 40 seconds. Gets beaten out by Kami there. Scrub has to clear that chance long. Realize towards Virtuoso in the corner, 100 boost taken. Banana Head removes one, but then flings himself right past that ball. Virtuoso over 2, 30 seconds ticks down.
Pioneers, the current aggressors, more demos in this game, but Elevate still have so much time on the ball, they're able to steal another few seconds just by looping it longwards. Kami almost gets past all 3 of them as well.
It's brilliant.
It's experience as well from Kami, showing every ounce of it. 10 seconds left. Pioneers have to get back into this game to force the overtime. Scrub up against Virtuoso. You're never winning that one, mate. And we'll have some late dramatics. We'll have a rule 2. Why not? In the corner there. Banana Head's turn. How does the 2v2 change things? Respecting the rules of the game all the way to the end. This ball will be killed by Kami. Elevate will take the game.
2-1 in the series. Elevate continue their winning form. Do you remember before we were saying, like all season, all these majors that we've had, Elevate won a single game previously. And then they've managed to come through the World Championships. They won 4 to win their series versus G1. And now they are up 2 versus the leaders of OCE. It is close. They are very tight games aside from our one where it's a somewhat blowout in favour of Elevate. These two teams are split unbelievably finely. but the fact that we are seeing Elevate get to this brand new level is inspirational, I think, to a lot of people. Pioneers, there are rooms to grow into. And when they grow into that room, I think they are an absolute threat towards Elevate. They haven't been able to get there just yet. Fingers crossed they're going to be able to work their way up through this series, take us to 7, because it's been close so far.
Pioneer's going to have to make the most of this 60 seconds because they will be frustrated that they were, ultimately they thought they'd scored and then they hadn't. There will be reasons for that. That will no doubt have been the correct decision. Pagsy's biggest fan. Do we know what Pagsy is?
Pagsy? I'm literally going to search engine it.
Oh, you're going to search engine it? Okay. Stumpy is search engineering it. It's an OCE Rocket League player.
He's an Australian, Italian Rocket League player.
Oh, what a legend. Get on, Pagsy. Shout out Pagsy.
He plays for Surani.
There you go. Pagsy for Surani.
Shout out Pagsy.
Yeah,
Big man. Big
Hunter
man Pagsy
is your #1 fan, in case you didn't know.
That's very sweet.
And I'm sure that Pagsy will be hoping that Pioneers can turn this one around, break the heart of the former OCE mainstay Kami and their coach LBP, and elevate as an institution. There's good bumping going on. Space being cleared there by Pioneers. They just have to do a little bit more with the ball. They're playing in front of the ball well. They're getting Elevate out of the way. But then where is that pass?
Hunter going to try and find that pass. Instead goes solo on his own. Gets over to the Virtuoso. Manages to work his way back. Doesn't pick up that corner boost. He still has 50. Scrub can then get it himself. Virtuoso again towards that back wall. The defense from him so far has been utterly sublime.
Here is Scrub around the corner with Realize up against him. It's Scrub that Pioneers will turn to. He is their highest goal scorer. Almost a goal a game, 0.9 of them. Regularly relied upon. A mainstay as well for Pioneers. Part of that journey of Pioneers, breaking through, upsetting the renegades of this world, the ground zeros of this world, the powers of this world, when they were the new team on the block. And now they're looking to keep themselves on top. A very different conversation they're having right now. Banana Head goes high, wants to tap it past Virtuoso, but Virtuoso tracked his man and got the ball.
It's going to be chances now for Elevate as they push their way up. A boost steal. Virtuoso's so good at that. Nipping in, gets one boost steal, threatens then to push Pioneers off the ball because they panic a challenge is about to come in.
The OG annoying player, Virtuoso.
Yeah, and then it just comes in, leaves it. And it's like, oh, you've got my boost now. It's like he's nabbed the tin of baked beans out your trolley, but it was the last one in the aisle.
Wow. Realize. But as far as Scrub, yeah, once again, your analogy has thrown me somewhat, so I'll just move right on. Wow. Demo there. In the center, Scrub around the side, Virtuoso in the middle. That's not the best touch. The 50-50 wasn't right. Realize he read Kami's miss. Somehow, Elevate's goal remains charmed.
You can't be sending 2 players to each save, however. Elevate needs to make sure that's not going to be a repeated factor. Pioneers, these chances on the net are going to be inspirational somewhat. They've only had 2 so far, and we're a minute into this game. But Elevate have only had 1.
Decent read there from Vert, and he got so much power on the ball as well. Hunter turns though, quick as a flash, around the corner, gets the extra touch as well. This is the skill that we expect to see from him. Banana Head places it deftly, it's just wide though. Kami can air dribble it away. A chance goes begging for Pioneers. It was a nice idea, but not quite there.
Tell you what, we're seeing so many players now going for these awkward little touches on Pioneers. They're bumping a little bit, they're just sending people off their track. And Pioneers are making sure that they are being just as frustrating as Virtuoso has been to play against. Halfway through the game, still 0-0. The Elevate, of course, with that series lead.
I thought that ball was going to roll on the floor, but instead it bounced just far away enough from the ramp between the floor and the wall. Realize he's not being swayed by it at all. Hunter now has some boost. Going to get from one side of the map to the other. Uses his flip early and follows it as well. Banana Head was following in. Good tracking from Pioneers. Scrub has a clean touch. Takes it for himself as well. But Kami, he's just reading it as well. Elevate reading everything Pioneers are trying right now defensively, but it's looking more like game 1.
Realize now, up nice and early, beats the ball with Virtuoso now beating out Scrub on that chance. Banana Head passing central, Hunter back towards him, opens up space to get that boost steal. Realize faking away from that chance.
Oh,
great basket from Banana Head, but just off the post. Realize diving across, the save is magnificent.
Yeah, it was a majestic touch from Banana Head, but the 2 Elevate players again combining in goal. But once, as you mentioned, Stumpy, 2 of them can't go for every single ball. Virtuoso's alone there.
They're playing on a nice edge right now.
Scrub leaves it to Banana Head. Virtuoso Realize there yet again. Elevate camping their own goal line. Realize just wants some boost. Only Kami has any. He waits. Just takes his time. Tries to pinch it. That's not quite worked. So now he has to scuttle back to get some boost. Banana Head's up. Banana Head puts it just wide. Banana Head follows. That's what he was trying earlier.
That's what we want to see from Banana Head coming into this series. Goes up high with one low. Ground pinching it right over the top of Realize. It's no problem for him, and Banana Head hopefully revitalised coming through. Looking good in this series so far, and Pioneers game lead. Scrub with another.
Well played, Pioneers, because kickoffs have not been kind to them so far. They've changed it there, the close cheat. Scrub was waiting for it, realised he moved towards the goal, the enemy goal rather than his own one, so couldn't get back in time. And Pioneers may have just stolen this game.
That is a brilliant move from Scrub too. That kickoff has to go perfectly for you to do so. Banana Head, he moved up as well, but that ball falling a little bit too far into the blue half. Didn't feel comfortable. Once he got 2 goals into the final minute, you're going to feel much safer. Kami trying to push up. The landscape of this game has shifted dramatically in the last 30 seconds.
Ooh, that's nice from Realize. And he's faked up Banana Head as well. There's a demo coming in maybe on Scrub. Virtuoso went for it. You can't blame him with a couple of goals needed.
Hello.
That should have been 3 though. And that means Elevate survive, at least for now.
Hello. Sorry, I thought we were about to shout a little bit. Unfortunately, for Pioneers, they just couldn't get that goal. That's up central, Virtuoso rather. Sends it high yet again, and we're seeing Elevate really now starting to send everything that they physically can.
But wants to just take out Scrub. He doesn't care about the ball. Go on, Bert. Get it
he's
done.
annoying,
It might work as well, though. Realised up against Banana Head, gets it past Scrub. Banana Head was there. Vert can follow up, but Hunter, he just says, settle down the nerves, lads. Take that ball away from our goal. Let's not do anything silly. They've already missed the chance for 3-0.
Good control.
It's not going to matter too much, though. Pioneers will equalise the series. Whether this goes in or not, it's going to be 2-2.
Pioneers, man. I love seeing them get 1 goal, think, okay, we can do it. Then immediately off the kickoff, Scrub comes in, sends another towards the net, completely open. 2-1 in the end, that final one in garbage time somewhat. Pioneers and Elevate drawn utterly level.
I love the shift in shooting techniques as well there from Pioneers. You know, Banana Head was up and he'd had these chances before and the shot had been met by, if not the first Elevate defender, the second one, if not them, the third one. You know, there's always another Elevate defender, I think, is what we're learning from this series. So instead, Banana Head just puts it to the side. Just put it to the side, follow it up. Force the angle, and you'll get your goal.
We also were saying that, you know, you can't send 2 defenders to basically stop every single shot that comes in. And we saw it on that second play as well. That is very close.
3 of them defending.
But you see it on I believe it's this goal. Virtuoso goes up, then realises he has to wait. He's like, okay, now I'm backwards. And you can't quite figure out where you need to be when you've just gone to save 1. Oh, then they've got another player coming in to shoot. Very, very good game management there for Pioneers. Well, at the end, burned a few seconds off the clock, whether that 1 goal came in. Didn't really mean anything at 0 seconds. So 2-2 in the series. This one's shaping up to be that Game 7 thriller that we all thought it may well be.
Both teams yet to use their tactical timeout as well, so I imagine whoever loses this one will slow that momentum right down, so keep an eye out for that one. If you haven't seen this before, you get an extra minute in best of 7. So the entire World Championship, you get an extra minute to take if you feel things getting away from you, to talk through tactics or just to stymie your opponent's momentum. But we will get to that. Nothing is happening now. Just diving straight in to Deadeye Canyon. Pioneers v Elevate. We wanted a close one, Stumpy, and that's what we're getting.
It's that immediate pressure of Pioneers. They're going to be kicking it off on Deadeye Canyon, one of my favourite maps. Beautiful. Virtuoso gets challenged with Scrub. Kami goes long. Virtuoso up so magical there. Can't make the contact, but threatened. The Banana Head, he stayed completely grounded. Almost didn't trust that Virtuoso was even going to make contact with that ball. Knew, just stay low. Hunter shoots it high. Virtuoso again off that crossbar. Realise, cracking interception, but both Scrub and Banana Head both committing towards that ball. Realise, 0 boost on the backboard. Plays it somewhat scared of Banana Head. He can smell blood in the water.
Yeah, the Virtuoso's pre-jumped and he gets the redirect. He wants to follow it too. Scrub had to get some distance between car and ball there. Now it's Hunter's turn. Realise underneath. Realise isn't letting Hunter through. He's in the corner. It's risky again, but Elevate, they have such good reads from the backboard.
1 touch central, sees it find Kami instead of Scrub, the intended target. Now Hunter removing Realise from the pitch, and Pioneers, they're looking much more deadly. When they get 1 demo, you almost see Elevate get a little bit more shaky. They think, oh, okay, we've been able to do well with the 3 of us, but 2, that's the big ask.
It's tougher. 33% tougher. Realise now. Banana Head in front. Can he get it past him, at least towards Virtuoso? Yes, he can. This opens things right up. Not quite got the pinch on the floor. Kami got past a couple of them. Banana Head was there. He's defending, top defending from him. Realise now, up against Banana Head again. He is just everywhere right now.
Kami with 1 long shot and 1 demo on the ground. Leaves this play for Scrub instead in the corner with 20 boost. He can't get too far with it. Realises 1 to 2. Virtuoso's there as well. Kami with a huge dive in. It's going to be an open net on the other side, but realise that defense is unreal.
Yeah, the recovery speed. That's not going to be enough, though. Pioneers keep the play alive and Hunter scores.
Excellent movement from every player on Pioneers here. They get close and they spread out again immediately, and then they can come in for these secondary shots, the tertiary shots. Pioneers, that 1 goal lead, pushing them towards a game win potentially in the 5th.
How's the kickoff? We've seen plenty of kickoff goals. That could be another one. It's via Realize. Virtuoso has to do so much fast work. Hunter shoots and Vert should be back again. A couple of saves there. Kami now into the middle. Scrub's backflipping. It's awkward for him. Does this one make it home? It has the power off the post. It's perfect.
Incredibly close shot on this. Scrub has to do a half flip to get back. Virtuoso actually had Kami there to pass to. Instead, he just goes long, sees that no one on Pioneers is back.
I genuinely think that is the only degree of angle that the ball goes in. Too much to the left, it doesn't go in off the post. Too much to the right, and the save was there.
Yeah.
It's precise there. From Virtuoso, Kami almost beats Scrub again. Now the ceiling, Elevate have done this. They've gone behind at first, and then followed it up, and then scored 2 or 3 more. Virtuoso with that floor reset, I love it.
Right there, though. Become a lot more meta at the moment, where players, instead of going to the ceiling or the sidewalls, they can then use out the floor as well. You can get those ground pinches that are deadly if you get the right angle.
First player I remember doing those consistently, First Killer. He's got a few famous ones in his time in the RLCS.
I can't wait to watch him in main event.
Oh, me neither. Yeah, the biggest teams, the top 8 from across this season will be making it there in the main event, already there waiting. That's what these teams and these players are fighting to get towards through this wildcard.
2 minutes, ticking down on the clock. Again, utterly level both these teams. 1 all in the game, 2 all in the series. All of our shots, all of the saves on Deadeye Canyon, near enough drawn level, realised towards that bat ball, but Scrub is there, does flick away from that ball, so it opens it up completely for Kami. Banana Head, a bit swifter towards that touch. And now Scrub bursts, Realize jumps. He waits, he clears it as well. Turns his car sideways to make it as big as possible.
The edgeable bump was looming. Realize did not fall for that old trick. And here he goes, perfect first touch again. Kami in the middle. Anyone going to be there offering themselves for a pass? Virtuoso tries to clear a path, but Scrub knows exactly what Virtuoso is trying now, and Hunter charges down Kami as well. Pioneers put on a little bit of pressure for themselves. Banana Head into the center. Virtuoso pre-jumps the save and gets it. It's only as far as Hunter. One Pioneer's chance after another. Banana Head's turn now. This is what we saw in Game 1. This is what we saw last time out on Utopia. This is what we're seeing now, but Elevate can change that with just 1 counter-attack goal.
We've seen these chances over and over again for Pioneers, however. We've seen how well Elevate can defend, and they are doing it again in game number 5. The frustration of Pioneers may be setting in as Hunter dives.
Virtuoso changes all that, though, with 1 clean touch. And Banana Head has to make a save. Suddenly there's 50 seconds left here in Game 5. It has flown by. The quality between these 2 regions, the likes of which we've never seen. Hunter shoots it wide. Kami puts it wider.
Painfully wide as well. Hunter had a great chance to get it at least on target. Virtuoso has to shy away from that ball and instead falls back to Kami. 30 seconds remaining. Elevate looking for the 1 as our Pioneers. A loose touch sees Hunter go on the attack.
Yeah, a tired touch there from Realize. They have to keep their energy up however they can, whether it's communication or just locking in. Kami, can he beat Hunter here? Hunter will get a clean touch. Virtuoso with Realize in the center, opts to go solo. Banana Head beats him to the ball. Banana Head might be able to follow here, but it's Realize. 10 seconds left now. Realize into the middle. Scrub gets it long up against Virtuoso. Virtuoso knocks it high. Hunter shoots. Can Realize get back in time? Yes, he can. Kami stands tall against Scrub. Might be time for 1 more. He takes the touch. He's demoed though, and we have overtime.
Do we get another record breaker? Do we get 19 more saves? Do we get 24 more shots? Or is it going to be over before it's even begun? Scrub to that bat ball, taps it down. A wonderful pass towards Hunter. The counter-attack can immediately begin.
Scrub, he goes for the pinch. It's not quite got the accuracy of some Elevate pinches earlier on in the series. Now Kami can just wait for Banana Head. What Banana Head did do was squeeze that ball through towards Hunter. It's dangerous. Realizes aware of the danger, knocks it central. Elevate just need 2 or 3 touches in a row. Realize, and Virtuoso trying to get it. Kami has to do some work. Banana Head shoots. Kami gets it wide anyway, though. Kami saw, and Kami cleared.
Hunter with 1 reset, can't quite find that second. And Virtuoso yet again blocking out chances. We see how Pioneers can put on this pressure. We see how Elevate can defend. It goes to Hunter versus Virtuoso. One of the best offenses versus one of the best defenses in this series so far, and it ends up drawing level. A minute has elapsed, and all the pressure thus far on the side of Elevate.
Realised had nothing in the tank there, so all he could do was skim the ball along to the Pioneers' half to launch another volley forwards. Virtuoso from the side against Hunter. Vert should wait here. He does wait here. Banana Head's challenge is dangerous. He keeps going as well. Banana Head, can he find the pass? It's over the goal line. He had a teammate steaming in. Not enough. Nor was Kami's pinch away. Not quite the power they were able to develop earlier. Hunter realised in front of him. He gets it past him. They're always getting past one, but Elevate just packed their goal line so much, Stumpy.
Hunter has had 8 shots against that packed goal line as well.
What a read.
Get that clear away, Scrub. A lovely touch from him too. But the shooting from Hunter has been high in number, but relatively low in quality. If you're having 8 shots and you've only got a single goal, you need to make sure that you're doing something a little bit more clinical. Quality, usually better than quantity.
Take in mind though, Elevate, they do defend deep and they do get a lot of goal line saves. Realize has Kami the pass a little bit too much in front of him. Kami might be able to tee up Virtuoso. He does. Is the angle there for an Elevate player? It's agonizing. It's devastating. But Elevate don't put it away. And now Pioneers. I thought Scrub was going to go for the musty.
Yeah.
Instead, he just bounces it on the floor. Virtuoso's there. Realize in front of him. There's always a mate in front of the play when Elevate go for a solo.
Either going for that redirect, sometimes going for that touch on a player.
Oh!
Instead, though, it falls down the other side. A shot wide of target again from Banana Head.
Unbelievable, these chances. Kami now with Hunter in front of him. Virtuoso, oh, I thought for a second he could get there. Banana Head had got back well. He just loops it up in the air, hoping there'll be a Pioneers player. Not quite to be on this occasion. Realized did the same though, a lot more closely and a lot more dangerously. Kami should wait it out. He's been the best Elevate player at doing exactly that, just holding for an extra second or so, allowing his teammates to get back. Realized to charge down Scrub, but now it's 2v2. Banana Head has had it made 2v1 against him. Kami stands tall.
Disappointing flick there for Scrub. No chance
nice.
for him. Virtuoso avoiding Hunter. Trying to get the bump off that back wall. Virtuoso with a long clear. Asks the question of Scrub, how do you deal with this? Well, you boom it, then you get sent to the graveyard yourself. Kami, a long shot on target, below the crossbar!
What?
It's clinical! It's Kami!
Wow! Just from nothing! Hunter, he was beaten, he side flips as well, wanted to get the dream dunk, and it backfired completely. Elevate go within 1. I imagine we're about to see a tactical timeout from Pioneers, but nothing's been said just yet. We will wait and see, but what we don't have to wait is to find out whether Elevate have taken the lead in this series.
This would be monumental as well, because one more game win would give APAC their first ever series win over an OCE team. They are currently 0-2. OCE and Pioneers attempting to continue that trend. We've not heard of a timeout just yet. We're listening. And they have opted to not take a tactical timeout. Me and Cole literally stopped there to listen.
Yeah, Stumpy literally put his finger to his ear.
Finger to my ear. Yeah, I've got headphones on. I can hear everything.
Like it's a comedy sketch show and you're making a joke, but it's not a joke. This is for real.
No
Pioneers want to roll the dice, keep on going, and see what happens.
I mean, when you look at the timeouts and their success through this wildcard so far, it's a little bit interesting because when you've had any of these timeouts, there's only so far a 30% win percentage for the team that has taken it. Because realistically, you are down in that series.
I imagine it's as well because a lot of these matches are quite skewed towards one team. If it's SSA versus NA, the tactical timeout doesn't really have a chance of changing a series.
Yeah.
But so that's how I imagine why that's skewed.
And also, the last 9 timeouts that a team has taken, they have lost. So this...
The last 9?
The last 9.
Wow. Okay, that one I didn't expect.
Yeah. Not a good spot for timeouts, but Neo Tokyo, the place where we saw Elevate win versus G1, is going to be a crown where they concede first. Pioneers, they've scored in 3, this time in 4 seconds off kickoff.
Pioneers wanted to get on with it, and when Scrub got the ball there from that kickoff, he still had plenty of work to do. Realized was in front of him, he had to be bypassed. And he was, with such poise and consideration from Scrub. Early goals massive. Changed the momentum, shifted entirely. Scrub and Banana Head, both of them allowing the other to get the ball. It's Scrub that takes it in the end. Scrub then reads Kami's touch. Kami, what a game he had back there on Deadeye Canyon, though.
Yeah, incredible. Not just that final goal either. Managing to have so much pressure and presence on the pitch that Pioneers they had to defend him. He was a threat. He was a target man for everyone on the pitch, and the demos or passes. 30 seconds has elapsed. Hunter and Scrub both up together. Banana Head, he's up as well. That is very dangerous because that now leads to completely opens pass back. And my word, Banana Head, that is confidence. It's the 1-2, and Hunter, unfortunately, that weak third for it.
If this works, the man is a genius, because that was one rotation cut I was not expecting to see. Can't blame him though. You want to get things going. It's why they didn't take the tactical timeout. They want to rush things. They want to make Elevate sweat. Virtuoso makes Realize sweat, but Realize is already up, and he almost gets charged down by Scrub. Scrub then tries to compete the job against Virtuoso, taking a leaf out of Virtuoso's book, the OG demoer, Virtuoso.
Yeah, we're seeing so many demos in this series as well, seemingly changing sides too. Sometimes going in favor of Elevate, sometimes going against them, and of course the other way for Pioneers. Minute 30 elapsed. That one goal for Pioneers, standing incredibly firm. Realize wanted to jump on the outside, try and dish it round.
Lovely idea as well. Half dish, half dunk. In the end, it wasn't quite either. Kami, he reads Hunter's flick. Banana Head now. Virtuoso's in front of him, and Elevate have been defending these well so far, but that one's just bounced a little bit more than Virtuoso would have wanted. Elevate have to regroup right now, all on the same side of the pitch. That's dangerous. One pass across could spell serious danger. Kami, though, he can do the same now to Realize. Oh, he could have knocked it sideways.
Realize waiting there on the left-hand side, completely open, unmarked. He could have gone for a hook shot and just absolutely slung it towards that orange net. No pass came in, though, but the pressure is continuing until Hunter can get one flick from that right-hand wall. Kami, one touch, and the second one dunking. These opportunities really starting to continue for Elevate, and they're getting continued offense, which they haven't really had much of since their 4-0 win previously.
Yeah, it very rarely happens in this series that Elevate are on top in general, but that's what we're starting to see. Pioneers, yes, Pioneers, how good can your defending be? It's a region that's known for defensive errors, for strange decision-making. Pioneers have to make sure that doesn't happen. Whiffing, if you will, indeed. Kami, over the top. Virtuoso tries to dunk Banana Head. Banana Head's too good, though. Gets it past him. Hunter's in the corner. Hunter's whirring something up that gets too much juice on it, and it goes over the top of the goal.
Wonderful patience from Hunter there as well. Knows that the touch is going to be coming in quite quick. He can slow it down and then move through completely unimpeded. 2 minutes, ticking down on the clock. Banana Head with a shot. Just wide of the net. Realize has to scoop it up and away.
Virtuoso waits. Cooling on Scrub. Scrub finally heeds that call. Now Virtuoso can go solo. Realize is to his right, but again the pass isn't made. Elevate trying to go solo one too many times. And that's not solo or a pass, it's a pass to the other team in fact. Banana Head went for the double. Virtuoso was aware of it this time and had learned from their previous concession.
Virtuoso camouflaging on that net, then takes a snapshot, saved away by Banana Head. Another long one. A lot of these teams, or both these teams rather, they are seeing chances and then just completely alleviating themselves of the opportunity of having that ball.
Banana Head. Sorry, it was Hunter who made the touch. Banana Head coming in.
Good demo.
Now Realize tries to slow it down again, but it's dangerous. Elevate are running out of time. Barely 75 seconds left for them to play with, and they're ticking away incredibly quickly. Realize up against Scrub. Scrub can't slow down Realize, though. The ball's just bouncing off him. The human brick wall. And now he can go and have a bit more fun to play with. He's got the ball, he's got Hunter in front of him, wants to bump him. Kami's turn now. He goes to the side, tries to do the Banana Head. Virtuoso shoots. The demo takes them all out, and Elevate do get their equalizer.
Fire erupts on Neo Tokyo as Elevate get their first goal. What play from Kami as well. Taps it around the right-hand side. Immediately identifies one defender. Make it 0. We're drawn. Going in to the final minute on Neo Tokyo. This is where Elevate found victory versus G1. Can they do it 2 times in a row?
Not now if Banana Head scores, but Virtuoso's charged him down. Scrub was in front. Virtuoso goes for the wonder dunk. Hunter, he spoons it high. Realize just waits yet again. Elevate not rushing into anything, using all their boost, keeping up the quality, choosing their moments wisely. Kami into the corner, gets the double. Here comes Virtuoso, but it's saved.
Great defense from Pioneers, making sure that any of these chances are going unanswered goal-wise. 20 seconds ticking down. Pioneers getting bumps on those sidewalls. They worked well previously. Where better place to do it than Game 6?
There is nowhere left to turn if you lose this series. These teams are 1 and 2 in the Swiss.
2 out of 3 lives have disappeared. Elevate fighting to stay alive in it.
Goodbye.
Pioneer's doing the same. Virtuoso has his pass in the center, but Hunter nips in. What a decision.
A lifesaver, 2 times
Oh,
in a row.
he went
Hunter,
through more.
it's
Hunter,
not, it's long, it's not in!
Whoa!
Not enough seconds left in this world. Overtime on Neo Tokyo.
Pioneers had to just shake that one off. They'll be thinking they should have equalized there and then. Instead, they have to keep on going. Scrub does exactly that. He's up the wall. He has Hunter to the side. Hunter pre-jumps. This is what we love about Pioneers, but they can't quite connect the one more time they needed to.
Virtuoso's up. Something wonderful is brewing. It's realized. Who else but realize? Elevate